Good morning. We are in Acts 14. We're going to look at verse 23 only. When they had appointed elders for them in every church, with prayer and fasting, they committed them to the Lord, in whom they had believed. Paul and Barnabas were committed not just making new disciples, but establishing new churches, placing these new Christians who could grow and be established in the Lord, and then making them into leaders. Paul and Barnabas knew that the churches needed proper administration. They appointed elders in every city where there were Christians. Paul and Barnabas demonstrated a great concern for the health of these churches by their prayer and fasting. In the end, it's up to God to do the growing, but it's up to us to do the planting, do the nurturing, do the mentoring to grow people up. You're not going to grow up just listening. You have to be engaged. So we look at the qualifications of elders. Just as a side note, 1 Timothy 3 and Titus 1, there's about 23 qualities. So I just want to hit some briefly. An elder must be blameless, faithful to his wife, a man whose children believe and are not open to the charge of being wild and disobedient. An overseer manages God's household. He must be blameless and not overbearing, not quick-tempered, not given to drunkenness, not violent, not pursuing dishonest gain. From that, the biggest quality of an elder is how are they at home? How are they managing their own finances? Secondly, primary responsibility of an elder is to serve as a manager or as a caretaker of the church. 1 Timothy 3:5. And that involves specific duties. Spiritual oversight of the flock. Elders are to determine the church policy, and they are to see the church and ordain other leaders. Leaders are to make leaders. Elders have a general responsibility to care for, protect the church. This comes in large measure through teaching, preaching, and sharing the Word of God.